Hi, and welcome to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to get a message from Spirit for the Divine Feminine. Wind chime time. So today we'll start off with the Tattoo Tarot. It's definitely become one of my favorites, even though it's a little too big for my hands. It's a great way to identify the energies that we're talking about in today's reading. And remember that if this reading doesn't resonate for you, perhaps one of the other ones will. And take what resonates. Make sure not to get too caught up in which energy is, male or female. We all carry both. All right, Spirit. Ooh. Did you guys see that? All right, we've got 6 cards though, so I'm going to take out this one and this one. All right, so we've got the King of Wands. This can be a pretty attractive gentleman. This could also be somebody who's a little bit of a playboy, or I would call him a fuckboy, but a player, somebody who doesn't really like to commit or can be a little bit inconsistent. Maybe they ghost or they breadcrumb you, that kind of thing. And then that's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles, we're generally talking about slow movement when we see the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be somebody who, despite being a little bit immature or reckless or even, prone to making decisions quickly, this is somebody who's moving slowly for some reason. Wow. And then on the other side, we've got the High Priestess. So there's our Divine Feminine. Thank you, Spirit. And then with her, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the High Priestess, I'm sure many of you already know this, is going to be in reference to generally a pretty intuitive female. It could also come out when we're, speaking to whether or not something was secret or not secret. And with it being paired with the Wheel of Fortune, I look at it as somebody who's got a turn of fortune for the better. So somebody who has maybe spent a decent amount of time at the bottom of that karmic wheel and had, maybe finance issues or troubles in love. And now things are going to get better. You can see on that card, she's got a bit of a smirk. Just kind of like holding that book, maybe glancing out at other people who maybe they judged her, maybe they, underestimated her value. Either way, she looks like she's got a secret. Like she knows that there's good stuff coming to her. All right, so Spirit, what do we know about the situation between these two folks? What happened between the King of Wands and the High Priestess? Oh, and the other thing is, the Wheel of Fortune is labeled number 10 in this deck. They can change a little bit from deck to deck, and 10 often speaks to completion. So I'm getting the sense that this High Priestess has completed a test or passed a test or, really demonstrated where her loyalty lies. Where her loyalty is, what intentions she has and what lessons she's really learned and won't go back on. All right, what happened between these two folks? I'm getting the sense that we actually want a different deck right now. I haven't used the Egyptian tarot for a little bit, so we'll pull that out today. It's guarded by, I think this is black obsidian. Okay, Spirit, what happened between these two? What almost fell but did not is the King of Wands. Clarifying the King of Wands. Oh, I won't keep it because it didn't fall out, but it's almost like Spirit saying, like, yeah, no, I'm on that same energy, don't worry. Ooh. Wow, okay. So, funny detail for you. These 3 cards that just shot out from the deck, they could have gone to the ground, obviously, because I'm sitting on a stool. There's another stool that you guys can't really see that's hiding under here, and it landed there. So it's almost like there's a feeling of something feeling like it almost ended or it almost was fatal, but at the last second something saved it. So we've got the Knight of Chalices. Generally this is going to be an emotional masculine or somebody who has a message of love or perhaps an apology. It's more Page of Cupsy, I guess, but Knight of Chalices isn't going to be moving quite as fast as, say, like a Knight of Wands. And then we've got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords in the Rider-Waite would be somebody standing, holding, or sorry, no, would be somebody in bed, sitting up, looking like they're sweating, freaking out. So this could be somebody who, perhaps because of the love connection or the love that they feel, have been having sleepless nights. They don't know how to proceed. They're worried they're going to lose everything. And they've probably also been spying on you. The Knave of Swords, it could be, you know, like more of a studying, so this could be somebody who's in school, but it could also be somebody who's literally like studying you. So they could be looking at your online social media accounts, or maybe even just going through like old messages or conversations that you guys have had. I fell in love with these cards because of Possessed 777's channel on YouTube. If you enjoy a little fire and brimstone in your readings, you should check out his readings. They're pretty good. Alright, what else do we want to know here? And then we've got the Emperor. He came out in reverse, or perhaps I should say sideways. I'm going to take it as this is somebody who had problems with control, or maybe had a bit of an ego. And with a little bit of movement, hopefully that means we're actually seeing this individual work on that a little bit and try to get better. You know, maybe they're trying to be more communicative and less manipulative, that kind of thing. Oh, I don't think I showed you. One thing I like about the drawings on the Egyptian tarot is there's quite often some really helpful details that are obviously very culturally significant. So the hieroglyphs that you begin to notice over and over again, like, let's see. Okay, so I see it on the Knave of Swords. Right at the bottom of the hieroglyphs, I don't know if you can see, but there's a feather, and it's next to a heart. And this is in reference to what happens, or what the Egyptians believed happened when you die, which is to say, weighing your heart against a feather to see whether or not you have any burdens, i.e., how much damage did you do when you were alive? Were you having a positive influence on people? Were you having a negative influence on people? Were you loving? Were you caring? So those kind of details, if you start to pay attention to them, can really speak to things that maybe you wouldn't get from another deck. So that might be why I was being told to use this deck, because if we're talking about somebody who has decided to become less manipulative, this is probably because something blew up in their face when they were doing that. This is the Three of Swords. Often you see this depicted with a heart that has 3 swords through it. I also really like the illustration on the Santa Muerte deck. It's a skeleton who's bent over, and there's another one behind him putting in that 3rd sword. It's definitely betrayal. This could be simple as somebody who didn't see your value or didn't show you the respect that you deserve, wasn't honest with you, or it could be as bad as somebody who cheated on you. Either way, it still hurt. And this person has realized after hurting you, because they probably did this to other people, that that's not who they want to be. They want to be better. But, you know, slow progress. Progress nonetheless, right? That's important. I mean, can't like fix everything that you've got going on in 2 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit of sustained effort. Ooh. The Moon. I love this card. It's quite often my favorite card in the deck. And in this deck, it's either number 1 or number 2, right up there with the Queen of Swords. First of all, I'm Pisces, and the Moon is Pisces. So the fact that we've got the added bonus of some pyramids going on, and then some, I mean, I see Anubis when I look at the black animal there, but obviously we've got a white, I would imagine it's a wolf, maybe a fox. But they're looking at each other. They have different backgrounds. See how the pyramids behind them aren't the same color? To me, this suggests that the people that we're talking about, the masculine and feminine come from different backgrounds or ethnicity, religious upbringing. There's something significantly different between you two. But when we see the Moon, it can speak to, much like the High Priestess can, it can speak to secrets, either coming out or still being withheld. The way that was kind of in limbo on my hand, I think it's literally about to come out. Forgot we've got a couple other cards here. Wow, okay, so somebody went backwards here a little bit. The progression we've got the 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who, 8 of Pentacles is generally an individual who is working really hard and close to mastering their craft. And the 2 of Cups is generally, you know, like a soulmate card, somebody that you have a really strong bond with. It could be friendship, it doesn't have to be romantic. But whatever this person did, they lost out big time because of the deceit and the betrayal. For some reason, this card is also making me feel like there were multiple chances. So this individual, they refused to change over and over again. It wasn't just a, shit, I've been caught, I'm gonna have to maybe like start being a better person or something. They were given multiple chances to do the right thing, and they did not. And then we've also got the Strength card. And in this deck, it's number 11. I think that's important to call out because sometimes, you know, for those of you that follow angel numbers, 11 can refer to marriage, like 1111, 4 of Wands. But, you know, a contract of some sort, celebration, that kind of thing. And in this card, having followed the reversed 2 of Cups, I think there were some really high hopes that got dashed, and it's requiring strength to realize that 7 of Pentacles, You made this bed for yourself. Now you have to lie in it. So this is somebody who, after a period of time, realized just how lame it was for them to do what they did to you. All right. I'm actually feeling like we need a little bit of Kipper. Let's see. Kipper is not tarot per se. It is considered obviously fortune telling, but I like that it doesn't have, you know, your traditional suits and same, you know, major, minor arcana. I'm gonna start a fire here, you guys. All right, there we go. Crisis averted. Hopefully. So you guys, I have this opinion that Spirit is really funny. And so the card that just didn't fall out but like got flipped over, I consider a joke from Spirit because it's the coffin card. Like, I was just literally joking that, you know, crisis was averted or whatever. They might be saying not so much. Alright, so let's figure out why these are not facing the same way. Wow, that's quite the smoke we got here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that as a hint that keep in mind if you're, you know, resonating with this message and you're the High Priestess and you feel bad about how you act in a situation where someone had mistreated you, don't do that. Like, you have to feel good about reinforcing your boundaries, because if you're a highly intuitive person, it can be really easy to let the words of other people lend itself to doubt in yourself. You know, people might make fun of you or might, you know, doubt that you have any ability. Message of concern in the reverse flipped over, so good news. But the fact of the matter is, the more you listen to your intuition, the better your life gets, because you're paying attention to the signs that you get. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So if you have, you know, an inkling that somebody is not treating you the way that they should, trust that feeling. All right, so we've got change, and it actually came out in the reverse. So to me, that's saying, kind of reinforcing that idea that there was an opportunity to change here, multiple opportunities, and this individual failed to do so. You guys feel like you're waiting forever? Because that's how I feel. Kind of wondering if this person like left you on red and you were just like, hey, is this thing on? Like, I just said something important to you. Coffin came out for real this time. So first of all, 19. If you add 1 and 9, you have 10, and that's the end or completion. You have completed a cycle with this individual who decided that they didn't want to change and now realizes that they've lost something that was important to them. What else, Spirit? I wonder, since Lovers tried to come out but like barely managed to stay in, is this something that never really got fully off the ground? Was it more of a flirtation? Or was it that this player energy never fully made a decision, because remember, the Lover's card in tarot suggests that there's a decision to be made, an important decision. So this masculine energy may have avoided making a decision between you and another person or people. Ooh. This is weird. Message of concern is flipping over, this time in the upright. You know, sometimes when you've got manipulative people and you decide to walk away from them, they can find ways to... I can't make this up. The one that just flipped like that was imprisonment. And I was literally just saying that they could find ways to keep you bound to them by sending you a message of concern. So, you know, hey, I know I messed up, but I really need you because I just got like a really bad test result from the doctor or something. Or I just lost my job, you know? You're not responsible for everyone else's happiness, especially not those who do not show you respect. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm really sorry to hear that that happened to you, and I hope you've got the support that you need. But I'm not it. All right, so we've got bad health, false person, and main male. All right. Were these in the upright? Okay, so this, to me, if we're putting these all in the reverse, we're talking about somebody who is not probably your wish fulfillment at this time, somebody that you're not really focused on. Either you have options or you've already given up on this person. Bad health in the reverse. This could be a couple of different things. Maybe you're doing great since you left this person. I mean, personally, ending of relationships, you know, obviously has a connotation of sadness or loneliness, but there have definitely been moments for me after ending a relationship that have been some of the happiest that I've ever had. So good mental health could definitely be something that you're experiencing if you've decided to maintain your boundaries and, you know, refuse to let somebody mistreat you. On the reverse, or on the other side, I guess, if we're talking about good health with this card being in reverse and false person being in the reverse, it could be that you or both of you are doing better and you're being honest about it. I think it's more likely it's you, because this is somebody who realizes that they lost this Two of Cups. They lost somebody who they think is a soulmate. And for the record, I don't believe that each of us has one soulmate. I believe we have several, and they aren't always romantic. But they're people who we feel immediately connected to, like a strong bond with. And generally speaking, I think a soulmate is going to be somebody that helps you grow or you help them grow, generally both. All right, so I've been particularly enamored of the Everyday Tarot. We'll use that to clarify. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. This is going to suggest to me that somebody has made up their mind. Is that you? Is that the masculine? The King of Swords. Somebody wants to be honest. See how the king has his hand held outwards and upwards, almost like he's asking for forgiveness, like put it right there in my hand. And I get the impression this king knows that he really fucked up. But this is what they want. They want the 10 of Cups with you. They want happiness. They want commitment. Baby, come back. Yeah. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Little spirit. So there was a little bit of movement there, but I believe justice is going to be in the upright here, and it's paired with the 6 of Cups. So maybe someone else from your past, or for some of you, maybe this person did actually change. But there's a reunion here. There's good memories. You've known this person for a while. You know them well. And they miss you. They want to see how the masculine, the little boy, is handing a cup. That's what he wants. And for some of you, that's justice for you. Good karma. Or dharma. Alright, so oh, these are like spinning cards. Okay, we've got a few more cards here. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is really cute. So we've got the Lovers, upright. Again, as I was saying earlier, this is a card that suggests there's a major decision to be made. It can be, you know, do I love this person more, or do I love this person, or do I want to date this person, or do I want to date this person? Or it could be a decision between jobs, you know, that kind of thing. But definitely in this situation, I feel like it's, you know, pertaining to love. I just want to point out some of the details here. You've got, first of all, a little flame over dude man's crotchal region. That's hilarious to me. And then you also have above, you know, let's call her Eve. You've got the snake withering its way up the tree towards the apple in the Garden of Eden. And to me, that just speaks to the idea that when you get this right, when you make the right decision, you find yourself in a Garden of Eden. I love to see this card in reverse. So this is the 3 of Swords. To me, this is saying the 3 of Swords that we had back here, it's not going to be what you have going forward. Because it's true love. So here we have the 2 of Cups in the reverse. How awesome is that? So we had a reversal of the 3 of Swords and a reversal of the 2 of Cups that had been in the reverse to show, I would say, like a pretty clean turnaround there. Oh, wow. And then the last card I was going to pull for you is the Knight of Pentacles. Do you guys remember what clarified our masculine energy at the beginning of the reading? The Knight of Pentacles. Stability, slowness, stability. That's what this is saying to me. So for those of you who wonder how people do tarot readings, obviously everyone's a little bit different. I think it's really important to understand a couple of different kinds of decks, first of all, because you can pull from different illustrations. But you have to go with the context and what your intuition tells you. And at the beginning, that Knight of Pentacles was telling me slow moving. I mean, you can see this is somebody, if you look at that knight at the top on the horse, he's not going anywhere. He's like, no, I'm good right here. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to change. I am me. I'm going to stay right here. You can do all the work. But this Knight of Pentacles, not so much. Sure, he's still not moving, but he's got a pentacle in his hand that he is offering. And he just kind of looks a little bit more safe, trustworthy, stable. So to me, this card right now is suggesting stability. Oh, so I'll leave it there. What a great reading. I hope you've already met this soulmate or meet them soon, and feel free to let me know what resonated for you. Thank you, of course, for your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Please feel free to check me out on Instagram at Wicked Wands Tarot, and have a great rest of your day.